Brad Bob here, Bob Financial, and today I want to talk about the IRS making our lives a lot easier. Again, or maybe not so much. Sorry, that was sarcasm. They're not making our lives easier. They just came out with a new 270-page document with more requirements to do with the Secure Act. Okay, if you remember the Secure Act eliminated the stretch IRA. Okay, when somebody dies, it passes on to somebody else, and they could stretch that over their lifetime, which was a pretty good thing for beneficiaries. Now, if you're not an EDB, eligible designated beneficiary, then you do have to take RMDs again. Okay, so maybe though, not everybody does. So if the account owner dies past their RBD, required beginning date, okay, to when they were supposed to start taking distributions, then the beneficiary must take an RMD. And you must take that RMD in years 1 through 9 until eventually in year 10, you have to empty the account, okay? And those years start in the year after the year of death, okay? So in years 1 through 9, an RMD must be taken. Now this brings back into play the 50% penalty, okay? So if a required minimum distribution is not taken, you've got a 50% penalty, okay? But I guess they've realized that there are some scenarios where that can be really tough to do. Somebody dies in December and the beneficiary is not able to get that distribution taken by the end of the year. There is an automatic waiver in the first year, okay? So if there's an automatic waiver in the first year if the distribution is not taken, but you still have to take that distribution by the tax filing deadline of the next year, okay? Then one last thing here, Roth IRAs. What is the required beginning date of a Roth IRA? Right, there isn't one, okay? No required minimum distributions from Roth IRAs. Therefore, there was no required beginning date. Therefore, the IRS has said or clarified that you do not have to take RMDs from a Roth IRA. So the Roth IRA you can leave in years 1 through 9 and then empty it out in year 10. All right? So that is different from the IRAs. Okay? Now, the final regulations, they're supposed to meet on, I think, June 15th of this summer to come out with final regulations. But this is important stuff to know. If you are the beneficiary of an IRA, you need to be aware of these rules so you avoid this here 50% penalty. Thanks.